Hello everyone, welcome to another Rune Wars video. Today we're going to run through the Arrows of Rot article that FFG put up, which looks at the Reanimate Archers unit expansion box. So we're just going to scroll through everything and take a quick look. So we do get a nice clear look at the dial and the full unit cards. So again, we've been through this dial before, but we'll go through it. The moves are a 2 straight at a 6, a 3 straight at a 7, both of them blue. Obviously we can do a bank and a turn. Then we have in the greens, we have a 2 for the reform and a 6 for the reposition, or basically the slide 1, and then a 7 for the slide 2, and all of those can be paired with the morale boosting trumpety thing. Then we have a 5 for the archery shot, which is red, and a 9, as was pointed out in one of my previous videos. It's not a 6, it's a 9 for the melee attack, which is pretty slow, but we do have the red surge, and then in the white we have the special. This will come in useful later on as we get to some of the upgrade cards that are coming in the pack, but we'll talk about that later. Then we have their attack, so for shooting they get a red and a blue, and for melee they just get the red. For double surge you can assign a blight token, and then they have the undead steadfast. They are defense 1 with 1 wound each. And then we have the full nice clear costing for the trays. So for 2 of them it's 18 points, and they can take what was terming like the generic upgrade. Then for 4 of them is 32 points, and they get the armor and generic. And then for 45 points we get 6 of them, which goes 3 wide and 1 rank deep, or 1 additional rank deep, and they get the standard. So if we go down, which we've got the spread here, but looking at it, you have the wind rune, which is pretty interesting. Again, you're looking for the green on the runes here. So you perform a speed, whatever the equivalent number of green runes are, slide, and then you can perform an additional reform. But you cannot use it to disengage. So for this comes off a special modifier. So you can do this at speed 2, which is pretty good, because you dial in the reform. So you can do some pretty wacky stuff with this if you think that you can, as this diagram tries to show. Obviously, because you can do it off a reform, if you're not engaged, you can pivot first, then slide, and then pivot again. So it gives them a really crazy level of maneuverability for where they want to go. And yeah, pretty good. I like it. Then we have, I'm gonna have to open these up, I think. So yeah, tempered steel, you should be able to see that. Oh, I hate doing it on this one. So you exhaust a card to spend a surge to add a damage, and that can happen on either of their attacks. Obviously if you look at the fact that you can add a surge in on these guys, that becomes pretty good. It means archery can be extremely deadly, and it's only 3 points. So if we look at 3 wide, you can be adding in quite an amount of damage here, because you'll be spending the surge for it. So you're looking at a minimum of well, probably 2 damage coming in per shot at a very minimum, but you can start to wreck face, and you still get a reroll if you've got a rank behind you. Then we had Terrifying Heraldry. At the start of the end phase, each unit engaged with you receives 1 panic token. This is 5 points for this upgrade. It takes up the banner slot, and or heraldry slot I suppose it's probably going to be called. Depending on how this works, I think if it isn't limited to just this faction, that could be really interesting on the Oathsworn Cavalry we looked at last week. as they'll be doing panic on the charge, and then in the end phase adding extra panic. It can really start sowing disruption, but equally it could be a good defensive upgrade to try and dissuade people from getting into combat with you too often. Combat Ingenuity is another generic. The number of surges that precede your surge ability is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1. This does not affect surge possibilities. So it means that you throw this on the archers and suddenly you only need the 1 surge to apply the blight token, and you can guarantee that on your attack as well. Pretty strong. Close quarter targeting, this one I really like for them. 3 points, and it means that once someone gets into combat with you, you can still shoot them. And when we go back up, looking at the speed of their attacks, attacking at a 5 compared to a 9 is tremendous. It means you're probably going to get a good amount of damage off on them. And it does impact, if we go back to the Oathsworn Cavalry as an example, if they're using their speed 3 attack to get in before your 5, they can't add in bonus damage. If they're going for a bonus damage, I believe it was either a 6 or a 7 for that speed, which lets you get your attack in sooner so that you can then shoot them, hopefully kill quite a few of them, and it should do a good amount of damage. Then I think that's the last one I can see. What's close quarter targeting? Yeah, then it's just a spread. Again, I really actually like these models in particular. There's a good bit of dynamism in the models, and skeletons aren't the hardest ones to sculpt or paint, but these ones look really nice. I'm looking forward to getting them done and painted. But yeah, there is a little bit that we know. So let's see, 5 cards have shown us how we think they might work and some different uses for them. Big winners, like I said, close quarter targeting is looking good. A wild rune, wind rune, sorry, or tempered steel. I think these two in combination would be a really good 6 points, which would be tempered steel and close quarter target. To get them both, you're looking at needing to have a unit of 4, so you're looking at a minimum of 38 points for that, but I think it's a good combination, well worth having, so I'll definitely be giving that a try. And I do think that this unit's actually going to work out to be a bargain at 45 points for the big block of 6. There's some pretty terrifying things you could do there. Yeah, that's another Rune Wars video done. I'm hoping that we'll start getting boxes of stuff in soon so I can start building and painting stuff. I do have hopes to do some painting videos and stuff as well, so stay tuned for those. And thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you leave any comments or any ideas that I've missed. Get some comments going, and thanks for watching.